Greetings, programs. Welcome to ArcNeo Reviews, and welcome to the Great Betrayal. Just because I absolutely felt like it, today we're going to take a look at the 4 GoBots that I own. Yes, we're actually looking at GoBots, those evil, horrible, wannabe Transformers, even though they came out first, and then Hasbro bought them, and now GoBots are technically Transformers. It's all a mess, but yes, today we're, for fun, gonna take a look at 4 of the actual old 80s GoBots. And we're gonna start off with Pathfinder. Now, worth knowing, names are all I have on these. I don't know which one was supposed to be a good guy or a bad guy. I don't know any of that. I know this one is called Pathfinder. I think it's a girl. That's as far as my knowledge goes. And, yeah, as you can see, this is a little UFO. Quite a bit of die-cast on these things, actually. For as small as GoBots are, yeah, they were actually pretty well made. Though, worth mentioning, when I got this one, you can still see the split line right there. This little piece of the gun had snapped off. Thankfully, it glued right back on. Also, yeah, this one appears to not go, like, flush like you'd expect it to. Things do sit at a little bit of an angle. It's weird, but it's kind of neat. And just because this one I have a good comparison for, this is what we got from Transformers at the time for a UFO robot. This thing being, like, entirely made of plastic. And you can tell it is hot where I live right now because the rub sign has already turned colors. As well as apparently my dog has left a hair on this one. Transforming this one is a little trickier than you'd expect. This is actually the most difficult GoBot that I have. All you're going to want to do is come down. The outer wings are on this little hinge piece down here on the bottom. So you're going to want to just like bring that hinge down and rotate the wings just so that you've got clearance to swing the legs out and around. Get them in position. They are very stiff on mine. Then you'll bring this piece up the rest of the way to form the shoulders. And rotate the arms around into position. Push this piece back a notch. And then fold it back to reveal the face. And there you have Pathfinder in robot mode. And I gotta say, I like the robot mode here. It's pretty cool looking. Only articulation you really have is in the arms, unfortunately. But, I mean, I guess it can do a sidekick. Like I said, I can't remember if... I think this one's supposed to be a girl. I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't even say I care that much. It's a cool little robot toy. And it's from the 80s. So, that's neat. Oh, and, thing I recently learned about these... I can't remember the name of the Japanese line that the GoBots came from, but on, let's see, somewhere on them, they do actually always have a little spot that has their, like, number from when they were still in that Japanese line. I think it's on the inside of the leg here. We'll see if I can get this... Machine Robo 29, I think that is. Yep, Machine Robo 29 by Bandai. There. It was Machine Robo, I remembered, yay! So, that's Pathfinder. And for fun, we will do Dive next. I really wish I was making up that name. But the idea of a little submarine, transforming robot this size is pretty cool. Sadly, at the back stabilizer fin here, you can see where time has not been kind to this thing. It is genuinely very difficult to find GoBots that aren't messed up. Just no one seems to have taken care of them the way they did their Transformers. As well as I don't think these ever got, reissues and stuff the way Transformers did. Which is sad, but it's to be expected. Little rolly metal wheels underneath. Pretty decent looking submarine mode. Would look better if, things weren't bent. I don't know if I'm going to bother trying to fix it because, again, this is really, really old stuff. There's only so much you can do when plastic and, parts get that old. But transformation is pretty straightforward. Going to pull out on the back, then pull these two halves out. And it wants to fight me a little bit here, but these pieces will eventually, come out. And then you can fold down the fins there for the feet. Here, let's go ahead and bring down the arms as well, get them out of the way. Maybe that'll free up. Okay, that freed up these pieces. And there you've got Dive in robot mode. And again, it's fairly cool looking. The helmet is a little weird, actually, but I do like it. Very little posability. You can, rotate the legs, and, you got a little bit of shoulder articulation and, arm rotation again. But it looks pretty neat. It does, even for as loose as its parts are, it stands really well. Let's see. Can I find the Machine Robo number on this one? Type 1. Who cares? But yeah, so there's Dive. And for fun, let's look at probably the weirdest one I own now. This is Vamp. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. I genuinely could not tell you if this is supposed to be a car, a plane, maybe it's both. This thing is weird. Only paint, at least in this mode, is just the red cockpit there. Yeah. Transformation on this one's pretty straightforward. Fold down the legs, fold out the feet, fold this panel down, and let's see, MRD 101. I have no idea what MRD is. Machine Robo something. And then up here, you're going to unhook this little claw piece and just rotate things around until it eventually becomes kind of an arm thing. Apparently also it is a ratcheted arm. Okay. Go ahead, bring this one out as well. Get things rotated around. And there you have Vamp in robot mode. Gonna be honest, I have no idea what I am looking at here, but I like it. I actually really, really like this mode. A little bit of metallic to the red paint they used on the eyes. Little antenna sticking up. This thing is just creepy, and I love it. So, probably my favorite of the GoBots I have. Arms rotate. Legs can kick. It's got arm and leg articulation. It's the best one by far. Yeah, straight up. I'm going to have to go do some research on this one later. I'm very curious what's going on here. And finally, we'll look at probably the one that shows that GoBots were a little ahead of their time. This is Leader 1. And Leader 1 is in every way, shape, and form a far superior figure to Generation 1 Starscream. I know it is sacrilegious for me to say that. Starscream is my favorite Transformers character. You know, the Transformers were always better than GoBots. It was the marketing. It was the show. The actual figures of the GoBots were better. Because this one, I can turn into a robot without taking it apart. None of these GoBots had to be taken apart in order to turn them into robots. Now, you know, to be fair, I think the Transformers molds in Japan were older. And obviously, Transformers won because, yeah, they had a better show, they had all this lore, they had the comics. As a product, they were better. In terms of just the physical toys, these GoBots are cool. So, I'm going to shut up now, my weird rambling, actually transform this guy. But I do want to show off, yeah, really, really nice little jet mode, actually. Machine Robo 25 there, 1983. The wings on mine are quite floppy, unfortunately. I'm sure I could fix that somehow. I don't know if I want to. Anyway, shutting up, transforming, for real. Go ahead, grab the back half of the plane, pull it down. Clicks into place, there's your legs. Rotate these rear fins down. That will form the feet. Fold the wings back. Come up here. Bring down the sides of the jet. There's your arms. They are incredibly loose on mine. And then fold down the cockpit to reveal the head. There you've got Leader 1. That's really cool. You know, this thing is so small, yet it's got a complete transformation. I really like that head, actually. That's actually just a neat design for a robot face. Even if my camera does not want to focus on it for some reason. Even my camera's mad at me for saying good things about GoBots, I guess. Only articulation you have is in the arms. But you do get some in and out, as well as the rotation. And even some up and down if, you know, things weren't so loose, I guess. But, yeah, overall, clearly I'm still a Transformers guy. Clearly Transformers won the battle of the 80s transforming robot. But there is something oddly special about GoBots. So, if you've got a chance to get a couple of these for not a bad price and they aren't, you know, completely destroyed, they are kind of cool, actually. I probably recommend getting them. Watch, this is going to be the most downvoted video I ever upload, but yeah, GoBots are kind of neat. Go check them out, maybe. Do what you want to, I guess. I don't know. I'm just an idiot who makes videos. Hopefully you'll come back to watch the next video after I do all this weirdness. See you next time?